Hi guys, D900 Man here from MyGrowIPhone.com, and we have got the March 7th, 2012 Apple iPad 3 announcement of video event roundup. Now that is a lot to say. So what did we see of the new announcement that has just happened? So obviously we did see the new iPad 3 being released. Now what is it going to have? Some of those important features that you're going to see are that new Retina display in the iPad 3. So that Retina display is going to have a pixel resolution of 2048 by 1536. So pictures on this thing are going to look absolutely stunning. Now there is a new processor in the iPad 3, or as Apple are calling it, the new iPad, and that is going to be the A5X processor that we've all heard about. Now this should bring you 4 times graphical performance than the iPad 2, so games are going to run much smoother, and those graphical pictures are going to look absolutely superb. Another new feature are going to be those front and rear facing cameras. The new iPad is going to see a 2 megapixel front facing camera, and the rear is going to be a 5 megapixel camera with the same layout as the iPhone 4S. Now that is going to provide full 1080p video caption, and that is going to look absolutely awesome compared to the substandard of the iPad 2. So other things that we're going to notice about is that 4G LTE speed that the iPad is going to incorporate. Now unfortunately there are going to be different iPads for the Verizon and AT&T networks. You're not going to have that double chip like in the iPhone 4S, and that's because of the different network types that those operators supply. So unfortunately you're not going to be able to hot swap between those unless you buy 2 different devices. But speeds of this thing are going to see up to 42 megabits on the HSDPA and up to LTE maximum speeds of 72 megabits a second. So that is stupidly fast. Battery performance is you're still going to get 10 hours of battery performance using Wi-Fi, but you're going to get an even better 9 hours performance on not 3G but LTE speeds. Now once again, that is stupidly good. Form factor is that it's 9.4 millimeters thick, and it's going to weigh just 1.5 pounds. So that is a little bit more than the iPad 2, but it's got some great new things integrated into it. So that's pretty much of the news for the iPad 3, or the new iPad. Now it's not going to get Siri as a whole form factor, but you are going to see Siri dictation. So you're going to be able to speak to your device and it will put that into written words. Unfortunately, you're not going to get full Siri. Now another thing is 5.1 is going to drop today. Now 5.1 brings some new features, and one of those features is that Siri is going to work in Japan. So the Japanese are now going to get full language integration for Siri. So that is going to be a free download later on today. Now going back to the iPad 3, there are going to be some price points, and those are exactly the same as the iPad 2. So for price of the iPad 3, $499 for the 16 gigabyte Wi-Fi model, $599 for the 32 gigabyte Wi-Fi model, and $699 for the 64 gigabyte model. Now you're going to be able to also buy the Wi-Fi 4G and 3G model, and those are going to be the same prices as the Wi-Fi 3G model as they are now. So the top end price for that 64 gigabyte is going to be $829. So there, it's great that they haven't upped that pricing point and it stayed exactly the same. Now for those of you that might not want an iPad 3, there is good news. The iPad 2 is still going to be available from Apple in its lowest form factor, which is the 16 gigabyte Wi-Fi model, and that's now just only going to set you back $399. So it's great that Apple have now introduced a lower end iPad so it can compete with those mid-range model tablets. So some other features that we've seen are the new Apple TV. Now one of the main things, it's now going to be able to stream 1080p rather than the 720p that the current Apple TV will be seen today. Now both the iPad 3 and the Apple TV go on pre-sale today, So you're going to be able to buy those from the Apple website, and they are going to be available on the 16th of March. But head over to Apple's website later on today for your Pacific store so you can pre-order those for delivery on the 16th. Also, we've seen some new features. So we've also seen a rework of iWorks, iMovie, and also GarageBand. But a new feature available today in a new application is going to be iPhoto. So you're going to be able to download the full iWorks and iLife suite available on your iPad right now. Now iPhoto is going to have some glorious things introduced, and as soon as we can get our hands on it, then we will be showing you a whole new feature of that. iPhoto is going to cost $4.99, and that will also be available later today. So this has been the full roundup for the March the 7th new iPad. It's not called the iPad 3, just the new iPad from Margaret iPhone. Hope you enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments below if you are going to be out queuing for the new iPad, nearly said iPad 3, for the new iPad or the Apple TV on March the 16th, or if you're going to be pre-ordering later today. So thanks very much for watching. Please give us a thumbs up. Just down below is that like and share button. Please remember to hit those. That really helps us. And just above this video is also that subscribe button, so you know when we get a new video. So like I said, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the announcement of the new iPad and all of its features, and we will catch you real soon in the next one.